Hello, good morning students. In the last lecture we have learned the rational numbers, irrational numbers and real numbers. The numbers which can be represented in the form of p by q, where p and q are the integers and q is not equal to 0 are the rational numbers. Okay, then irrational numbers, the numbers which cannot be written in the form of p by q, where p and q are the integers and q is not equal to 0 are the irrational numbers. Means the numbers other than rational numbers are irrational numbers. Then we discuss the real numbers. The real numbers is the collection of rational number and irrational number. Therefore, a real number is either rational or irrational number. So, every real number is represented by a unique point on the number line, and also every point on the number line represents a unique real number. Then we solve two examples. We locate square root of 2 on the number line and also we locate square root of 3 on the number line. Okay. In the same way, you can locate square root of n for any positive integer n after square root of n minus 1 has been located. Okay. So first we start exercise 1.2. Question number 1. State whether the following statements are true or false and justify your answer. First one is, every irrational number is a real number. Okay. So first we consider irrational numbers and real numbers separately. We know that irrational numbers are the numbers which cannot be represented in the form of p by q, where p and q are the integers and q is not equal to 0. Okay. We also know that the real number is the collection of rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay. So we conclude that yes, every irrational number is a real number. So statement is true. Okay. Next one. Every point on the number line is of the form square root of m, where m is a natural number. Okay. Every point on the number line is of the form square root of m, where m is a natural number. So statement is false, because we know that we cannot get a negative number after taking square root of any number. Okay. We know that we cannot get a negative number after taking a square root of any number. So we conclude that not every point on the number line is of the form square root of m. Okay. Next one. Third, every real number is an irrational number. So this statement is false, because if we consider real numbers and irrational separately, okay, so irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be written in the form of p by q, where p and q are the integers and q is not equal to 0. And we also know that real number is the collection of rational and irrational numbers. Therefore we conclude that every real number is not an irrational number. Okay. Remember one thing, every rational number is a real number. Also every irrational number is also a real number, but every real number is not an rational number, or every real number is not an irrational number. Okay. Means सगळे रॅशनल आणि इरेशनल नंबर्स काय आहेत, हे रिअल नंबर्स आहेत, पण एव्हरी रिअल नंबर हे रॅशनल असतील किंवा नसतील पण. ओके. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. आर द स्क्वेअर रूट्स ऑफ ऑल पॉझिटिव्ह इंटिजर्स irrational? If not, give an example of the square root of a number that is a irrational number. Okay. Are the square roots of all positive integers irrational? If not, Give an example of the square root of a number that is a irrational number. We know that square root of every positive integer will not yield an integer. Okay. Also we know that square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is equal to 4. Okay, which is an integers, because 2, 3, 4 are the integers. But square root of 7 or square root of 10 or square root of 11, okay, will give an irrational number. Okay, we know that square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is equal to 3 are the integers, but square root of 7, square root of 10, square root of 11, okay, will give an irrational numbers. Therefore we conclude that square root of every positive integer is not an irrational number. Question number 3. Show how square root of 5 can be represented on the number line. Okay, we have to locate square root of 5 on the number line. So according to Pythagoras theorem, we can write square root of 5 square is equal to 2 square plus 1 square, because 2 square is equal to 4 and 1 square is equal to 1. So 2 plus 1 is equal to 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Okay, and also square root of 5 square is equal to 5. So 5 is equal to 5. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. Now we need to draw a line segment OA. Okay, here first we draw a number line. Okay, number line, take a points 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, next we need to draw a line segment OA of 1 unit. Here is distance OA of 1 unit. Okay, and draw a straight line segment BA of 2 units. Here this is BA. Okay, this is BA of length 2 units, which is perpendicular to the number line. Okay, then join the points O and A. Join the points O and B. Here join the points this O and B. So we get OAB is a right angle triangle. Okay, next with using compass, center O and radius OB, draw an arc. Okay, so center O and radius OB, draw an arc which intersect the number line at point P, and this P corresponds to square root of 5. Okay, पर एकदा करतो मी explain. First draw a number line, take a points. Okay, first draw line segment OA of 1 unit, then draw a straight line BA of 2 units which is perpendicular to number line. Okay, then join the points O and B. Okay, join the points O and B. So we get OAB is a right angle triangle. Okay, next by using the compass with center O and radius OB, draw an arc which intersects the number line at point P. Okay, so P corresponding to square root of 5. Okay, got it. Also you can locate square root of 5 by using this method. Okay, by using this method we can also locate square root of 2, square root of 3. Okay, so to locate square root of 5, first we have to locate square root of 4. To locate square root of 4, first we have to locate square root of 3. Okay, so first we locate square root of 2. We know that how to locate square root of 2. Okay, here we get distance OA is equal to 1 and OB is equal to 1. Then join points O and B. Okay, therefore by using compass, center O and distance radius OB, draw an arc which intersects the line at point P, and P corresponds to square root of 2. Also, we know that how to locate square root of 3. Okay, so first draw this DB which is perpendicular to OB. Okay, next join the points O and D. Okay, join the points O and D. Next, by using compass with center O and radius OD, draw an arc which intersects the number line at point Q, and Q corresponds to square root of 3. Okay, next again draw ED which is perpendicular to DO. Okay, next join these two points O and E. Join these 2 points O and E. Okay, again by using compass with center O and radius OE, draw an arc. This radius OE, draw an arc, okay, which intersects the number line at point R, and R corresponds to square root of 4. Square root of 4 means that is 2. Okay, next again draw EF which is perpendicular to OE. Okay, next using compass, first join these 2 points O and F. So again by using compass with center O and this radius OF, draw an arc which intersects the number line at point S, and S corresponds to square root of 5. Okay, so you can locate square root of 5 by using these 2 methods. तुम्ही कोणतीही मेथड यूज करून स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ 5 लोकेट करू शकता. ठीक आहे. ओके, सो तुम्ही जर सिमिलर वेनं जर तुम्ही स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ 6, स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ 7 जर लोकेट केले तर तुम्हाला एक त्याचा स्पायरल मिळेल. ओके, यू विल गेट अ स्पायरल अँड दॅट स्पायरल इज कॉल्ड स्क्वेअर रूट स्पायरल. ओके, what is called the square root spiral. So today we complete the exercise 1.2. So in the next lecture we will learn real numbers and their decimal expansions. Okay, goodbye.